Don't buy a house in Guelph. At least, not until you know this. I have seen buyers rush in the market here and end up regretting their decision just month later. Not because they chose the wrong house, but because they didn't know some key things about Guelph's housing market, neighborhoods, and lifestyle. So, before you sign anything, let's go over the things that could save you from making a really expensive mistake. The Guelph market moves differently than a lot of people expect. For example, homes under 800,000 in Guelph can sell quickly, especially detached family homes, while condos and townhouses sometimes sit longer and give buyers more negotiating power. I had a couple move from Mississauga last spring excited about a townhouse in Guelph. They thought they had to rush and bid high like in the GTA. But in reality, the unit they liked sat for 3 weeks. If they had waited and strategized, they could have saved thousands. That's why you need to understand not just the price but also which segment of the Guelph market you are looking at. By the way, if you are new here, my name is Shrikant Verma, a local realtor here in Guelph. I have helped so many families relocate here from Toronto, other provinces, and even overseas. And I would love to do the same for you. You can call, text, or email me anytime. Or if you would prefer, you can book a 15-minute no obligation consultation call using the calendar link in the description. I would be happy to walk you through the neighborhoods, costs, and what fits best for your lifestyle. Not every neighborhood will suit your lifestyle. Take downtown Guelph. Historic, walkable, and charming. But nightlife here is limited. If you are coming from Toronto expecting a buzzing nightlife scene, you may feel it's a bit too quiet. On the flip side, areas like Clearfields or Portrait Hills are perfect for families, but they require a car for almost everything. I worked with a young couple from Toronto last Christmas. They bought near downtown because they loved the vibe during the day. But within 6 months, they decided to lease out their condo because they missed the nightlife they were used to. They still loved Guelph, but it wasn't the lifestyle they expected. And this is why I created a free relocation guide. It covers neighborhoods, schools, housing costs, even lifestyle differences. You can download it right now using the link in the description. Honestly, it could save you from making the same mistakes I see buyers make all the time. Property taxes are something a lot of buyers forget to factor when budgeting their new home in Guelph. Unlike your mortgage, which is fairly predictable, property taxes vary depending on the neighborhood, the type of home, and the city's annual tax rate changes. For example, some older neighborhoods may have slightly lower assessments compared to newer developing communities. On the other hand, certain areas with larger homes or higher land values like South Guelph near Clearfields or East End Guelph may come with higher property tax bills. It's also worth knowing that Guelph, like other Ontario cities, reassesses property values regularly, which can affect how much you pay over time. Even if your mortgage stays steady, your taxes could creep up. That's why when you are calculating your affordability, don't just focus on the mortgage payment. You need to include property taxes in your monthly budget because they can easily add a few $100s more to your housing costs every month. Here is something people often underestimate: the commute and transit situation in Guelph. On a map, Guelph looks well positioned, close to the 401, not far from Toronto, and with good transit service. But living it day to day can feel very different. Traffic during peak hours can add significant time to your commute, especially if you are heading towards the GTA or even just across the city. Public transit within Guelph exists, but it is not as extensive or frequent as what you would find in bigger cities like Toronto or Mississauga. If you rely on transit for work, school, or even everyday errands, you will want to research how practical it really is for your lifestyle. The key is to ask yourself, Do I want to be close to highways for driving or closer to go station for transit? Your answer to that will help determine the best neighborhoods to focus on. And if you want to avoid commute surprises when relocating to Guelph, my free relocation guide breaks down commute times, transit options, the best neighborhoods based on driving or transit needs. Download it using the link in the description so you can plan your move smarter. Many people don't realize that Guelph is very divided by school zones. Streets just one block apart can belong to totally different districts, which can directly affect your children's education and convenience. For families, school catchment impact not only learning but also property value. Homes in top-ranked zones often hold value better because they are in higher demand. Buying without checking school zones is one of the most common mistakes I see. That's why, before making an offer, always check the catchment map and consult with a local expert who knows the area well. Detached homes in Guelph tend to hold their value very well over time. They offer stability, steady appreciation, and generally attract strong demand, especially in family-friendly neighborhoods. On the other hand, condos can be more unpredictable, particularly with rising inventory and fluctuating demand. For investors or buyers planning to live in their home for many years, this makes a big difference. Detached homes often provide both long-term security and better resale potential, while condos may require more careful analysis to ensure they meet your financial goals. That's why, before making a decision, it's important to consider not just today's price, but how the property will perform over the next 5 to 10 years, factoring in location, neighborhood growth, market trends, and resale potential. So, those are the 6 key things you need to know before buying a house in Guelph. The wrong timing, the wrong neighborhood, or missing small details can cost you both financially and emotionally. But with the right knowledge and plan, Guelph can be one of the best moves you will ever make. To help you avoid these mistakes and pitfalls, I have created a free relocation guide that covers everything from neighborhoods to schools, housing costs, and lifestyle considerations. You can download it right now using the link in the description below. If you would like even more personalized guidance, you can also book a quick, no obligation call with me so we can go over your plan and make sure your move is smooth and stress-free. And don't forget to subscribe. Every week I share tips and insights about living and buying in Guelph so you can make the most informed decision possible. Every city has its pros and cons. The key is knowing them before you buy. If you found this helpful, check out my other video, Top 5 Reasons People Leave Guelph After Moving. I will link it right here so you can watch it next. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.